Welcome to Beyond the Bedroom with Safe with Sir. How y'all doing today? We finally made it. We finally got the podcast up and going. I'm glad y'all here with me. How are y'all doing? Are we doing good? I hope so. It's been a minute. I've been saying I'm gonna get this shit together. We got this shit together. Let's finish it. Today, we're talking about dominance. More specifically, being a soft dom. Now you might ask yourself, what is a soft dom? A soft dom is not someone who leads with aggression or force or roughness just for the sake of control. That's not what I consider a soft dom to be, anyways. So we're gonna talk about it. And you know why we're gonna talk about it? Because personally, I consider myself a soft dom. I'm pretty sure y'all know that, right? Y'all know that. I'm a soft primal psychological dom. My dominance isn't physical first, it's mental, it's intentional, it's controlled. It's on purpose. And today we're going to break down why that matters. Because we have a siren story. Do y'all know what a siren story is? Oh, well, siren's questions, I mean. If you don't know what that is something I created for my community. If you got a question or you got a story, you can send it in and I can break it down. Do some dissecting. No, I'm not going to judge you or nothing. We're just going to figure out why, what happened in the story, if you had a story, or we're going to answer the question. If you do want to get that link, the link is in my bio on TikTok at Safe with Sir. That's how you submit your form. You can be anonymous or you enter your name. Really just depends on if you want people to know who you are. That's really up to you. It's really up to you at that point. So I got a question from someone. She wants to go by Butterfly. And her question is about being a soft dom while also being shy. She's trying to figure out how to express her dominance without being harsh, aggressive, or becoming someone she's not. And I already know it can be the same way when it comes to being a sub. So just take what I say and flip it around because this can go with dominance and submission. So let's get into this. This is where I have my stories. I have my iPad, have my notes, so that way I don't go off topic. I like to go on tangents, and if I don't go on and if I don't got my notes here, I think if I don't got my notes here, that tangent, it's just gonna run and run and run. But let's get back to the topic at hand. All right, so let's simplify her question. She's shy. She don't like being harsh, but she wants to lead and you want to be taken seriously when you do. Okay, interesting. And the real question is, can you be dominant without being someone you're not? That's what we're really going to talk about today. And that is what we're going to break down. Can you be dominant without being super aggressive, super rough? You can. That's what a soft dom is. You could be a chameleon like me. I am personally 90% soft dom. But I have skills to become something other. I could be a masochist if you need me to be. I can be a rope bunny if you need me to be. I could be a brat tamer if you need me to be. But like I know what I'm capable of and what I like and don't like. I'm not about to be your brat tamer. I don't like it. So let's start here because this is where a lot of people get it confused. A lot of people think dominance is loud, aggressive, intimidating, or forceful. Yeah, it can happen. That exists. That's what somebody likes. Cool. But that is not the definition of dominance. That is just a trait of dominance that people want. People want to be thrown up against a wall. People want to be told what to do. People want to be made to submit. Dominance is not how loud you can get. It's not about how assertive you are. It's not about how aggressive you are either. That's not what dominance is. It's direction. It's knowing what you want and being able to guide someone through that. That's what it is. That's what it takes. It takes a lot of confidence as well. You can be quiet and soft spoken and still be the one in control. So I don't want you to think because you aren't super aggressive that you can't be dominant. That's not how that works, baby. That's not how that works. Social media made dominance look like a performance. Everybody yelling and shit. Everybody intense as fuck. Everybody's getting to prove something. Everybody's getting spankings. But real dominance doesn't need to be proven. It's we see it. We feel it. We hear it in our bodies, in our ears. We feel everything. If you define dominance wrong, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to fake it or you're going to avoid it. Both of those things pull you away from who you really are. And that's you being shy, soft. That's not you faking. So you need to figure out how to become what you really want to be. Now let's talk about shyness versus confidence. Being shy. Being shy is not a problem. Shyness is a personality trait. Confidence is a skill that you learn over time. That's something you have to build. That's that tone. You know what you want. You're intentional. That tone is a big part. Is the difference between come here right now versus come here right fucking now. Why the fuck would you do that? Like the tone is different because you mean it and you're intentional. A lot of people mix those up. You think because you're quiet, you can't lead. That's not true at all. You don't need to be loud to lead, but you do need to trust yourself. And that's where the real issue lies underneath. You're waiting to feel confident before you act, but confidence comes through action. You doing it over and over again. That repetition is being melted into your brain. You doing it often and often becomes routine. It becomes who you are. So yes, it's not going to be. You're not going to be super confident after a day, after a week, after a month, 6 months, maybe not even a year. It took me since 2021, 5 years to be who I am today. A lot of training, a lot of trial and error, a lot of fuck ups, a lot of good accomplishments, a lot of milestones missed, a lot of milestones achieved. But when you really want something, you're going to get that shit. You're not going to just sit there and wait. You're not going to sit there and sulk. You're not going to sit there and be like, I'm never going to be this. You're never going to be this if you don't try it, if you don't continue and continue to succeed. Confidence is saying what you want. Even if your voice shakes a little bit, confidence is being direction. It's guiding. Even if you're new to this shit, confidence is being honest. Even when it feels fucking uncomfortable to you, because it will be foreign. It is a foreign act, especially when you first start out. It's okay. Your brain wants to retreat to its comfortable spot. Make it uncomfortable. Get used to the uncomfortableness. Because it's always gonna be uncomfortable, especially when you're responsible for someone. Anything can go wrong. Anything can go good. But all that doesn't matter until you believe in yourself. There's fear of rejection, right? You're trying to do things, but you're scared they're not going to listen. That's fear of rejection. There is, you think they're going to laugh at you. That's fear of judgment. Fuck them niggas. Don't let them judge you. Your first time leading is going to be super tedious and super scary because it's going to be small things that you need to do. And there's going to be a lot of responsibility that you need to pay attention to. You need to be aware of all this shit at once. Because the biggest part of being dominant or taking control over someone is responsibility. You cannot take responsibility for someone else's experience if you don't trust your own voice. And dominance is responsibility anyways. Being an authority in any shape or fashion is going to take responsibility. So you have to get used to that real quick. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable, if that makes sense. What is a soft dom actually? Soft dom is real. It's a real term. I'm one. I don't lead with aggression. I don't enjoy degrading people, but I can do it. I don't enjoy perving people, but I can be a masochist. But that does not make me any less dominant. A soft dom leads through presence, emotional awareness, psychological connection, intentional control. But you have to be aware of everything. It's not something you should just jump into. It's not something you'd be like, you know what, I can do this. That's cockiness, not confidence. And you need to know the difference between the two. You're not forcing control here. You're guiding the control. You're guiding the submission. You're not overpowering someone. You're influencing them. And that actually takes more awareness. It's not about how loud you are. It's not about your volume. It's how you speak. It's your tone, how you carry yourself, how you make someone feel. Do they feel safe? How's your tone? Is it come here or is it come here, mama? Is it stop? Stop playing with me. What's the tone? How do you do it? It's the look. It really depends on who you're dealing with for real, your compatibility with a certain type of sub matters because you're a soft dom. I'm a soft dom. I don't like brats. You might not like brats. You might though, but you know what I'm saying? Based on what you're telling me, it's not gonna. At least your first sub should not be a brat. If you're a soft dom, that should not be. That should no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Right? Hell no. Actually. Fuck no, baby. We can't. We can't. We can't. Fuck. We just can't. We not doing that. I will not allow you to have a brat as your first a sub. Fuck no. No, we not doing that. We not doing that shit, bro. I don't. I will never. I will not allow that. Okay, let's talk about communication. This is where everything works or fails. Communication is the key. If you cannot communicate your dominance, you cannot lead. You need to be able to say what you like, what you don't like, what you'll do, what you won't tolerate. Because if you don't stand on your own 10 toes, why would anybody listen to what the fuck you got to say? People jump into roles without talking first. And then everything goes left. Now you're doing things you don't enjoy or dealing with someone who doesn't understand who you are. This is not just BDSM. This is relationship in general. You don't have to be everything. You don't have to fit someone else's fantasy. You just have to be clear. And that's where it gets really hard because you want to be able to communicate it, but you also don't want to lose your partner, make your partners mad. But like, fuck them. You need to be okay. It's not just them. Keep that in mind. Stop becoming what you're not. This part is what I need you to hear. I don't give a fuck. Stop trying to become a version of dominance that does not belong to you. You don't have to be harsh. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to force yourself into things you don't enjoy. Because the moment you start performing, you lose control. And now you're not even leading. You're adapting. Real dominance is alignment. Who you are and how you lead match. I hope that's making sense a little bit to you. I think so, anyways. So, here's what I want to say to you personally, as I'm speaking to you directly, as you're sitting in front of me. I will tell you this: there is nothing wrong with you. You are not too soft. You are not dominant enough. You just haven't owned it yet. If you want to be dominant, mama. Your way. Stand in it. Communicate that shit. Don't let nobody convince you to be something you're fucking not. Okay? Thank you. You're such a good listener. I appreciate it. So, what have we learned? Let's bring it home. Dominance is not aggression. Confidence is built through action. Soft dom is real. Communication is real. Authenticity over performance. Let's implement it. This week, do this. Say one thing you want clearly. Set one boundary. Have one honest conversation. Learn one new thing about yourself. You got this. Take it home. I need you to believe in yourself the way I believe in you. And I want to thank you for submitting this question because it made me do a lot of thinking on my own. It made me remember how I started, how it went, what happened. All the shit just went flushing back. So thank you for submitting this question. And you got this. I believe in you. Probably more than you believe in yourself. If you got a question, send them in because somebody else needs to hear what you're going through. Because if this helped you, it will help them. Welcome to the sanctuary, and you guys have a glorious night.